Welcome to the Solid Signal Podcast. It's almost springtime. 2 more weeks. Can't wait. It's been a particularly tough winter at our corporate offices in Novi, Michigan, but we're still here to serve you, no matter what it takes. Depending on where you are in the country and how much more winter you think you have, it might be time for you to start going around the outside of the house and checking those things that you really didn't want to look at in the freezing cold temperatures. Proper grounding is something that many of us don't actually think about until it's much, much too late. It's not a very glamorous subject for a podcast, so I'll try to keep it quick. Grounding is the process of making sure that every wire on the outside of your house, plus the electrical system in your house, are protected against stray electrical impulses that might come from things like lightning. I think it's fair to say that one lightning strike can ruin your whole day, don't you think? Now, the responsibility for making sure that everything in your home is properly grounded falls on you, or your landlord if you're a renter, but still, you should be actively involved. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I wasn't always a DirecTV certified technician. As a matter of fact, my first DirecTV system was installed by someone else, and they didn't ground it. Luckily, I found the problem before it was too late. So if it's your responsibility, what should you do? I'm here to tell you. First thing to do, and this is easy but a little bit tedious, is pick up one of those outlet testers at your local home improvement store. Go to every single 3-prong outlet and test it to make sure that it's properly grounded. If any 3-prong outlet fails, it should be replaced, either by you or by a qualified electrician. If you're going to take it on yourself, word of advice, cut the circuit breaker, even if it's a switched outlet. It can be a little bit harder to find where everything is grounded outside. If your circuit breaker box is outside, look for a green wire running to it that will indicate exactly where everything is grounded. On the other hand, if you live where it's colder and your circuit breakers or fuses are inside, it can be very hard to find the grounding point. If your internet connection, cable, or satellite was installed by a professional, everything should be properly grounded. Look for a green wire going from a network terminal or from your satellite dish or antenna to a copper post going into the ground or tied to your cold water pipe. That's okay too. Now, everyone likes to think that he's Mr. Fix-It and knows everything about the house. It's okay to admit if you don't. Call an electrician in. It won't cost you a whole lot. You need to make sure that you're properly grounded. If you can't find that grounding point, you need to hire somebody who can. It really is worth it. Now, here's something that you can do yourself. We have a full selection of grounding equipment and accessories at Solid Signal. Search for the word grounding, and you'll find grounding blocks, grounding wires, everything that you need to make sure that any equipment that you installed yourself is properly grounded. Grounding can be as easy as attaching a grounding block to a coax line, running a green grounding wire to a cold water pipe, and you're pretty much done. To learn a whole lot more about grounding, go to the Solid Signal blog and search for the words Guide to Grounding. And now, a little bit something new at the Solid Signal blog, and I'd like to thank our newest Signal Pro, Bill Van, for this. If you go to the Solid Signal blog at blog.solidsignal.com, you'll see a new orange button that says Suggest a Topic. Here you can send me an anonymous message telling me what you'd like me to talk about for the next week, please keep it clean, or anything you'd like for me to write about as an article. It's all up to you. Here's one more bit of housekeeping. If you're not already a Facebook fan of Solid Signal, go to facebook.com/solidsignalcom and like us. Then click on the Hot Deal of the Week button and enter a contest to win either an HDMI IR control kit, HD 1080 antenna, or the grand prize, a complete cell booster system for small offices or home offices, including our new Verizon 4G data booster. That's a lot of stuff, folks, and I'm giving it away for free. All you have to do is like me on Facebook. That's how much I want those Facebook likes. Kind of crazy, isn't it? That about does it for the Solid Signal podcast for this week. We'll see you next week.